Everyone thinks I hate Scottie.
I still think it's impressive by Scottie to like be that far ahead.
I get why you say you are impressed with him, but I'm not, because with Scottie Scheffler winning the FedEx St. Jude, thus this put a wrench in who is going to be PGA Tour Player of the Year.
Think this is the best you can be, Rory? I feel like you can still be better. I feel like he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. And granted,
Wow. What a good start to playoff golf. Scottie Scheffler gets his 21st win in his career, getting his second win on the PGA Tour this year. And also, Jeeno Thitikul gets her 10th win of her career. And we got a lot of things to talk about today, man. Super excited. We're going to break down the BMW. We got a special guest, Jaye Greens on the LPGA. Has a phenomenal story to tell you guys. I'm about to say ladies because, again, we be getting pressure about saying guys. But I'm going to just say, if you're returning, thank you for being loyal and locking in with us. But if you're new here, don't let the views, don't let the algorithm fool you. We're like that. We're better than Nightcap. We're better than Pat McAfee. We're better than Colin Coward. We're better than whoever your favorite sports production crew, whatever it may be. Me and Nate are better. Some of y'all just said, like, who is me? Oh, well, hey, I'm Jeremy Davis, former NFL player and host of the best YouTube golf show, Golf and Gospel. Go check it out on golfandgospel.com. And even though I already mentioned his name, my co-host, who's way better than Darius Butler on Pat McAfee, the best PT in the Southwest, former Nebraska Cornhusker golfer. This is my dog who just shot 71 yesterday, 1 under, beating his friend Tommy Avon, who's a pro golfer. And I hope Tommy hears this. This is my boy, Nate Wong, man. Again, just want to let you guys know, please tap in with Golf and Gospel Podcast on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Download, subscribe, and stay connected with us. And if you enjoy this episode, share it with somebody. But if you don't like this episode, I say it all the time. You think we're trash? Say something in the comments, man. Be like, hey, dog, I don't like your shirt. I think that was a bad take you had on Sam Burns. You guys don't know women's golf. Say it. Because then we're going to read it, we're going to take the critique, and we're going to try and get better. But if you say something outlandish, me and Nate are going to debate you in the comments, and it just makes good for good engagement. But please, again, rate us on everything, comment on everything, man. Just be supportive of the mission and everything that's going on. But Nate, let's get right into it. The FedEx St. Jude, Scottie Scheffler, as I mentioned, gets his second win this year and his 21st win in his career. Now, I will say this too. Everyone thinks I hate Scottie. And I don't hate Scottie. I hate the fans. You fans are annoying. But the reason why I say that is I hate as soon as he wins, he does anything good, we just make up some random Tiger stat to compare it. Like
Today it was happening, yeah.
It was happening. He hasn't won since the American Express, and all of a sudden a flood of Tiger stats come out anywhere. Like, for instance, we started making them stuff like, let's say hypothetically, Scottie Scheffler's tying his shoe up on hole 17. And I feel like the PGA Tour would be like, you know what? Didn't Tiger tie his shoe on hole 17 at the Puerto Rico Open in 2000? Oh, let's write that down. I'm just like, all right, dog, we're just making up anything to inflate Scottie's greatness. When Scottie's already great, we don't have to compare him to Tiger every 5 seconds. But if you think I hate him, that's not true. Because last podcast, what did I say? I said, man, if we get a well-rested, mentally prepared, and physically rested Scottie Scheffler, he's going to come back replenished, and he's going to look like his 2024, 2025 self. And what the heck happened? That homie went out there, he balled out, and he obliterated the field. But to the, I don't want to say to his defense, because he did ball out, the field made it easy. They did not show up at all and give him any type of stress or contention at all. And that's my only frustration with the FedEx St. Jude. Scottie was in 4-minute offense pretty much after hole 6. And I'm like, man, this is boring. I'm going over to go watch Jeeno Thitikul win the Portland Classic. Because that was just, it was pretty pathetic. But, Nate, I want to hear your overall thoughts of the FedEx St. Jude.
Dude, you say that, but it's like, if you go 4-minute offense, you can't score because you're going to give the team the ball back. Scottie was still trying to score. Like, he was still scoring. You know what I'm saying? Because you can give the people the ball back, Yeah. And
they weren't going to do nothing with the ball if they got it back anyways. That's why Scottie can do whatever he wanted.
Yeah. Like, I will say, like, I was a little bit disappointed with Sam Burns with his round 4, especially shooting the 62 that he shot on Saturday. But still, like, he still was finished up there. Like, he dropped to like 6th at one point, I think, and then kind of climbed his way back up to he ended up 3rd. But I still think it's impressive by Scottie to like be that far ahead and continue to dominate. He shot 66 today, bro. Like, he was throwing darts, and he almost made a putt putt on 18 to birdie and win and shoot 65.
Yeah, which would have been crazy.
I think with this year, I mean, that happened in the LPGA too, where someone had a very, very big lead or even a small lead, and they couldn't hang on to it. And Scottie had a comfortable lead going into today.
2-stroke lead.
The lead got a little bit smaller because people were
got to one stroke.
Got to one stroke. While he was, hadn't teed off yet, or just started his round, and then, but like now, and then so it got to one stroke, and he won by 8.
Yeah, because I think he had that little situation where he chipped and it hit the water, the sprinkler head, and went into the water. And then Sungjae M was only down 1 stroke. And then Scottie said, that's the only time I'm going to throw a pick 6, and I'm not throwing another pick 6 for the rest of the game. And then threw 8 touchdowns, pretty much.
Yeah. So, I still think it's impressive to not let it spiral. Dude, he was only 1 stroke ahead and won by 8. So he made up 7 strokes. He did. I think that's still impressive. The Tiger comparisons, let's pump the brakes.
For sure. What was the score he finished with? 18 over?
Minus 17.
Minus 17. So think about it. He started 13 under. So he only went up 4 strokes or 4 shots. Like I said, that's why part of the issue is the rest of the field stunk. Because a lot of y'all were 11 under, 12 under, 10 under, and got down to 9. Yeah, so he did ball out before anyone tries to throw hate comments and say, I hate Scottie. He was playing incredible. And again, I'm overemphasizing this. I said that he will come back dominant if he gets rest, and he did. But the field did not put any pressure on him at all. The one time he had pressure when Sungjae M was 1 shot back after everything that happened on that par 3 when he hit the sprinkler. But
Nate, let's talk 5 though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But Nate, let's talk about 3 players that impressed you, and then 3 players who didn't impress. But let's start off the players who did impress. I'll let you go first.
Well, so my 3, Scottie, because
no question. We got to talk
following
about
up. I think following up around round 261 and then
61
other rounds in the 60s was great. Yeah. Sam Burns minus today was good, I think, and he was getting interviewed by Amanda yesterday about how it's honestly been one of his best years ever, but he just hasn't had a win. But these big events, he's been showing up, So I'm impressed with his contention. If he could just string together, man, just shoot your scoring average in round 4, or 1 stroke worse than your scoring average in round 4, and then But the driver was kind of leaking a little bit today. Which he usually is pretty good with his driver. At the Open, he was hitting down the middle. But yeah, anyways.
I will say about Sam Burns real quick. I think Sam Burns plays 70 holes of golf incredible. 2 holes he plays bad. I think it was early in the first 9 he got a double and then par and then a bogey. That was pretty much what put him in the backseat at that point. He does that every single time. And I might as well just keep talking about this. So Sam Burns, I've always said he's better when he's chasing. But now I got to switch my statement. He's better when he's chasing and he's not in the final pairing group. Because obviously when he was at the Open and he was in the final pairing group, he shot 2 over and lost. Final pairing group once again today, shot 2 over and lost. So at that point, it's man, I don't want Sam Burns to be the focal point, because every time he's the focal point, he does not play well. And I don't say that because I don't like Sam Burns. I love Sam Burns. I want Sam Burns to win. But the way he's been playing the last 2 years, he's kind of playing like Tommy Fleetwood before Tommy Fleetwood got his first win. That's how Sam Burns is doing. He's been so close many a time.
This year, yes.
This year. And like I said last year too, RBC Canadian US Open. Now, the U.S. Open, we give him a little bit of slack because of everything that happened with the water and everything. But I get why you say you are impressed with him, but I'm not, because he's been too much of a repeat offender.
Round 4. I mean, I think the whole round 4. I feel like it's just he comes out the gate very conservative, or it has to be. There has to be something with his mindset in round 4, because the game is not changing. The conditions haven't changed that much between round 3 and round 4, and the game's not changing that much. And at the Masters, he comes out bogey, and then it's he didn't make. He didn't start well at the Masters. He didn't start well at the U.S. Open, but what was the one against Ryan Fox?
RBC Canadian and the Open this year.
the Open this year, like, just didn't do anything. Like, started completely quiet. Whereas the Open, like, round 3, he was balling. And comes out and just starts making pars. And I'm like, whatever mindset you were in round 3, you have to have that same mindset and not be, like, chasing or be like, I got to hold and play middle of the fairway golf, middle of the green golf. Like, the game is there if you're shooting 62.
The game is he's consistently shooting low. Yeah, because even in the Open, I think he had like 3 bogeys in a row, and I was like, not this again, bro. And again, I'm not saying that. Go ahead.
At the Open, like he was one of 3 players that shot 61 or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
him, like, Lucas Herbert, and Ryan Fox, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like that was there. Don't change the mindset, you know. And I feel like he's like, oh well, now just make pars, and it's like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Something's there. Attack the pin, you know. Like unless the at the Open is different. The conditions might change, but here in Memphis, it's like
TPC South win. Attack
probably the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but no, I had Scottie too, man. He's number 2 in strokes gained approach to green, number 1 in strokes gained putting, number 1 in strokes gained total, freaking number 1 in GIR. So proximity definitely improved. That was one of his weaknesses throughout the entire of the season. He was not, in proximity this week at TPC South win was incredible for Scottie. Scrambling, he was 12th putts per GIR. He was 4th. Feats of putts made, he was ranked 2, and he was number 1 in birdies with 23, and he made 11 alone in round 2. So Scottie played incredible, and it looked like his old 2024, 2025 self. Before I get into my next couple of players that impressed, here's a question I have for us, Nate. With Scottie Scheffler winning the FedEx St. Jude, does this put a wrench in who is going to be PGA Tour Player of the Year?
Well, I mean,
Matt Fitzpatrick, I think finished top 10. He finished top 10. I
still think it's undoubtedly Scottie because I guess he's had less wins. So Matt Fitzpatrick finished 12th.
Oh, okay, he's close.
But like Scottie had less wins, but man, he got. I don't know. He still played really good golf all year. Missed one cut. I think the wrench came in.
Fitzpatrick missed one putt.
I think that's when the wrench came in, though. Was when Fitzpatrick missed the cut, and right after Scottie did. So I don't know. I think it's always been Scottie.
That sucks.
I kind of wanted it to be someone else. I wanted someone else to dominate the conversation. And
I mean, we still got the BMW and we still got the Tour Championship, but I feel like. Go ahead.
I was just like the Tiger talks. Like just passively watching. Like I heard Tiger Woods' name so much, and it's like
you would have thought you would have thought Tiger Woods was playing a TPC South win as much as they were talking about Tiger and Scottie.
Dude, exactly, bro. Like, anyways, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, we'll probably get more definitive answer based off what happens to the rest of the playoffs. Because let's say hypothetically, Matt Fitzpatrick goes out there and wins the BMW. Now we're talking a different story. Now it's probably gonna come down to them two. Or let's say Wyndham Clark kind of revives and he plays well. Now Wyndham Clark's back. And let's say if Chris Gotterup gets his 4th PGA Tour win, that would help because his wins haven't been impressive in regards to the tournaments he's won. But if he can go out there and win the playoff, maybe Chris Gotterup in there. But I feel like
Cam Young,
Jeremy and Cam Young. Now I feel like because he's world number 1, they were waiting for him just to win any one more tournament. They're probably just going to hand to Scottie as the PGA Tour Player of the Year. But I still think Matt Fitzpatrick makes a case. However, I think it's kind of open at this point. I think this is going to make Scottie the front runner. But if Matt Fitzpatrick can come out here and win the BMW, or any of those other guys win the BMW, now there's a little bit more, contention on who can be PGA Tour Player of the Year. But again, incredible display of golf by Scottie today. And again, it looked like his old self. And like I said, it's crazy that him not getting his 2nd PGA Tour win. We're kind of having all these. We were fussing like if it was Jordan Spieth trying to get his first top 10. Like, it's not the same. Scottie was still playing really good golf, but unfortunately he just wasn't, closing out like he typically does. But he finally got back to this, and because of this and the way he's playing, he's well rested both physically and mentally. It could get dangerous for the rest of the field in the playoffs, but we will see. But another guy I got is Siwoo Kim. I think this is his 11th top 10 this year. He played really good golf. Number 5 in strokes gained off the tee. Number 5 in strokes gained approach to green. Number 2 in strokes gained total. And he drove the ball so accurate. He was T1 in driving actually, and his irons were working.
Oh, wow.
He was T8 in green in GIRs, and he was number 2 in scrambling. So he was saving a lot. And it's crazy because, yes, did he play well enough to get himself to T2? Yes, but just like the same excuse I have for Scottie, everyone else played so bad that they dropped. But the fact that Siwoo Kim ended up at T2 is really good. And this is really good because, again, it's a President's Cup coming up, and he's on the international team. And he has been the star player for the international players throughout the entirety of the season. But go ahead, Nate.
Dude, okay. So, it's my third player, but yeah. I don't know the flags, so I could be totally messing this up because I'm a freaking American and I don't know other flags. But there are 5 world players in the top 12 in the top 12 this weekend, which I think should be encouraging for people who, for the President's Cup people. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think there are 5 Americans. Let's see. There's Scottie, Sam, Wyndham, Xander, and that's it. So there's 4 Americans in the top 12 and 5 world players in the top 12. So that kind of makes things a little bit interesting, at least, going into the President's Cup.
Now, granted, though, a guy like Tommy Fleetwood, he doesn't play on that team. He's your Ludwig Oberg doesn't play on that team either. So you eliminate them. But you got Siwoo, Alex Noren,
Siwoo,
Sung J M,
Siwoo, Sung J, Hideki, Nico
Echeverria, Tom Kim. Yeah. We'll see, man. I mean,
and then Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. I think he's
and Tom Kim, bro. So there's 6 guys in the top 12.
Yeah.
So there's 6 guys. I didn't even see Tom Kim, bro. So there's 6 guys in the top 12 that are on the world team, and only 4 Americans going to the President's Cup year. So I think that kind of makes the President's Cup a little bit more interesting, a little bit more marketable, at least.
Yes, it's for sure marketable when you look at it that way. Obviously, I think majority of the time, the Americans, we kind of slaughter them and we just kind of get ready for, the Ryder Cup the next year. But hopefully, I would love for the international team to kind of put some stress on us. Now, I said this last podcast, if we start to just make captain picks for people that have upside, like Jackson Quaven, and we lose to the international team, then we're going to be fussing saying that American golf sucks. But it's like, this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted to get players and prepare them for the Ryder Cup team using the international or the President's Cup as an expedition, as a preseason game for the Ryder Cup. So do we go in this thing like, okay, let's just try and win? Or do we use it as a preseason game, and if we lose, that's okay. Now we're well prepared for the Ryder Cup. I think that's a conversation that's needs to be had.
Dude, we gotta especially after how the world team or the international team is doing at this weekend at the St. Jude. It's like we got to take this a little bit seriously.
And how they did the Open and how they did the Jen Scotch Open. We got to think about it. Ryan Fox just won. Tom Kim just won.
Oh, Ryan Fox. That's right. Tom Kim.
They got some momentum now.
Dude, you're right. And if they pick Jackson Quaven, who's the captain? Jim Furyk? Dude, they would hang.
No, Jim Furyk is the captain for the Ryder Cup. Brent Snedeker is the captain for the
for the international team. Dude, but they would hang Jim Furyk. It would be like worse than Keegan Bradley. You know what I'm saying? If we lose the President's Cup, we gotta win that.
But that's what I'm saying. People can't be fake. If y'all want them to pick young players to have a high ceiling and get them ready for the Ryder Cup, and we lose the President's Cup, this is what the fans wanted. Y'all want us to prepare players as opposed to going in with a winning mindset. So,
you can't be happy with that pick and then be upset with Jim Furyk when they lose. You just gotta eat your words and be like, well, I wanted that pick, so I got what I wanted.
You keep saying Jim Furyk. Jim Furyk's the Ryder Cup captain. I think Brent Snedeker is the captain for the President's Cup.
Oh, really? My bad.
Yeah. Jim Furyk's the captain for Ryder Cup. Because remember, I kept saying it should have been Stuart Sink.
My bad. Yeah, so Snedeker, that's right. Immelman, because they were talking about Immelman at the during the broadcast, how he's going to be the international captain.
Yeah. Yeah. But, hey, another person I want to give credit to who I think impressed pretty well is Justin Rose. And no one's everyone probably why are you talking about Justin Rose? He finished 39th. Look at his first 3 rounds. he shot either even par or over par in the first 3 rounds. And he came back and had the low round of the day, shooting 6 under, moving all the way up to like 34th or something like that. And I think that's good momentum going into the BMW. So, yeah, he wasn't in the top 15, top 25, but the way he kind of just revived his game after the first 3 rounds, I really like how Justin Rose played. And I think that's going to get overlooked by the casual golf fans. But because we're the best golf podcast out there, you guys got to know we're always looking at people who someone is in 68th place, they're in 38th place, wherever they may be. We're still watching all the golf for their totality. Even though CBS only likes to broadcast Scottie, we're finding a way to watch other players as well. So I really like what Justin Rose did. Low round, 6 under, shot even or over par the first 3 rounds, but 6 under. Again, really good momentum going into the BMW. And again, he was productive last year in the playoffs. He won this specific events. Now, it could be some questions about him switching to the McLarens, if that's affecting his game and stuff like that, but he found something in that final round. But, Nate, who are 3 players that really disappointed you in the FedEx St. Jude?
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I didn't say my third guy.
My bad. That's on me. Go ahead.
I want to make sure I highlight this guy. Jake Knapp, dude. I think he is dealing with a thumb thing. That's what they were saying in the broadcast, and he's going to have to get surgery. He's going to have to get surgery in the offseason. And he is just outside the top 30 for FedEx Cup. I don't know what the standings are now. I'm going to check real quick.
Yeah, look real quick, yeah.
He's just outside the top 30, so he could possibly play in the Tour Championship. He's 35th, but he jumped up 5 spots today.
Good for him.
Or based on how he did today. So I thought
that's
that was
big confidence for his game. That's big confidence for his game because he was playing really well in the beginning of the season. Then he had that back and that thumb and that wrist, and he really slowed down a lot. So this was really
slowed down. So, hopefully he has some momentum going into BMW, can climb 5 spots. I mean, he had to shoot better than he did this weekend to climb 5 spots, but we like him. And they were talking about how awesome his swing is. But
I love it.
Anyways, I just wanted to give him a shout out because, he's struggling a little bit. He's kind of turning it around. So it's happy to see as a fan of Jake Knapp. Yeah. But I think for people who unimpressed me, I'm going to go with Rory because
9 over, bro.
I mean, was he just looking forward to the Masters already, bro? Like, what? Anyways,
Rory's looking to win his 3rd Masters. He doesn't care about the FedEx St. Jude.
Dude, I don't think he cares about any other tournament besides maybe the Tour Championship because he won that whenever Full Swing came out about it. But and it's a lot of money, but it's like I don't think he cares about the money, and he probably just cares about the Masters at this point. But
that's the thing with Rory. Like, what is pushing him now? Like, what has to give him a sense of urgency in the game of golf? Does he think he's completed? I mean, yes, he completed the Career Grand Slam, but does he think he's completed everything where he has no passion for the game of golf anymore? Like I said with Scottie, whenever Scottie or if Scottie completes the Career Grand Slam, Scottie's going to still go out there and win because he loves golf and he just wants to win. I feel like once Rory won this Masters, he was just like, I don't know what else to play for because Rory doesn't really – I don't think he cares about money. I don't think he cares about winning regular events. I don't think he really cares about winning a Tour Championship. He probably does still want to go win something on the DP World Tour or whatever, something like that. But when it comes to, like, signatures and stuff, I've said this before, I feel like he plays, and then if he finds himself in contention, it's like, well, I might as well try and go win it. But then if I'm not, I'm just like, well, let's just not miss the cut. Let's just play golf. It's been disappointing. I know he said he took a significant amount of time off before getting into this tournament. And I guess because of his positioning, he had room to play bad because he knew it was going to be in the BMW next week. But, man, when I mean you abused your time and you also, which he doesn't care, he abused the fans' time because how often do we see him and Scottie not only in the same field but in the same pairing group? And we wanted this heavyweight boxing fight. And we did not get that at all. I mean, at that point, Scottie just knocked you out. You try to get back out, you got knocked out again. And he let us down like Bryson let us down at the Masters. We expected this heavyweight fight. And unfortunately, now, to Bryson's credit, Bryson at least tried at the Masters. Rory, I don't know what was going on at the FedEx St. Jude, man. That was not what we wanted to see at all, man. And I know last year he did not play in the FedEx St. Jude, but when we finally got them two together, you would have thought maybe like his ego want to be like, oh, I can beat Scottie. Let me really show something. But like, I don't know if anything's pushing him to like really play.
Dude.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right, because you could make a case that he probably like tried when he was over the shot, but like he probably didn't prepare for this tournament in that sense. Like didn't try for this tournament, and
I think he said in the interview. I think he said in the interview he didn't really come into this prepared after taking
that's right. Yeah.
I have a feeling how you're going to answer this, but just kind of sum up the week and
dude. And it's I don't know. It's that kind of sucks. Is like we don't really. No offense, like we're still golf fans. We're still gonna watch, but we don't really want to watch an apathetic golfer. We want to see someone that's like, if they're in contention, they're gonna try to win and not just give it away. And it's like, dude, do you really think this is the best you can be, Rory? Like, I feel like you can still be better. I feel like he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. And granted,
wow.
I really think that, and he's a great player, and it's hard to say that he hasn't hit it. It's hard to say like he hasn't peaked yet, but I think if he really wanted to, granted, I'm sure there's a lot of work that has to go into it, but if he wanted to, he could still peak again. You know, like 'cause he peaked when he was younger, but it's like I still think there's a lot of good golf left in Rory. He's not that old that it's not like his. Well, like the thing is, like if he was slowing down like physically, if he was getting a lot of injuries, if his swing speed is slowing down, he couldn't hack it out of roughs.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, Ryan Fox is older than him and
39.
won the Open, and Justin Rose is older than him by a lot.
46.
And played off against him in the Masters and won the St. Jude last year.
Yeah.
So it's I still think Rory could peak again, but I just don't know if he wants to. I feel like that's harsh, but I feel like he could peak again. He just doesn't want to.
I think that's a solid take. It's just funny when it's just crazy to say that he hasn't peaked yet, but I think he could if he wanted to, but I don't think he wants to. I think he is very content with I won the second Masters, and he cares about his family. Maybe his family has become more of a priority than it has in the past, and maybe that's where his mind goes. I think the only time, which we kind of joked about, but which is some seriousness to it, is he's probably like, man, let me be the first person to win the Masters 3 years in a row. Maybe that's the only thing he looks forward to, because no one has ever done it. There have been plenty to win back-to-back: Tiger, Jack, Nick Faldo, and Rory. So, I guess we'll just see, man. Hopefully something does change at the BMW. I don't know if I want to see him and Scottie paired again together, if you're going to show us that. Because that's like paying for pay-per-view TV, and then, you just get knocked out in the first round. It was kind of like what we saw with Conor McGregor. Everyone was hyped to see Conor McGregor come back. And
and tore his ACL. Yeah.
Or is that what he did the second time? I thought the first time he broke his leg. I thought the second one was something on his ankle or whatever.
Like this last like month, like he just tore his ACL because he tried to do that kick, and then he landed, boom, done.
Yeah.
And the fight was, He tried to get back up a little bit. The fight was over pretty soon after that. Yeah.
Well, in reality, with Conor McGregor, at least he had a reason. But like, I'm just saying that's the expectation we had. Like, oh, okay, here goes the final round of the night in Vegas, and that's it. I paid money for this. Like, it's just
Rory
very disappointing.
Rory is the Conor McGregor of the PGA Tour, bro.
That might be true. He is a legend in the game, but it's just like, do you really want to be out here?
Ireland.
Yeah, do you really want to be out here? I don't know, man. But I had Rory down too, man. Like I said, 9 over disappointed. But like, I can't give it to Sam Burns as the person that impressed me, man, because like I said earlier, too much of a repeat offender. Every time you're in the final pairing group,
the letting down on round 4.
Man, you let us down on round 4. I mean, again, not even just round 4, but he has to be in the final pairing group, because at the U.S. Open, he was a group ahead and played phenomenal. But now it's like, hey, spotlight's on you, and you got the gallery with Scottie, but that's your best friend. So I thought it'd been like two friends just going back and forth. And
it's kind of a home game for Sam Burns, because it was kind of that area where he's from. You know,
Louisiana. Yeah. I mean,
well, they kept saying that. They kept saying that on the broadcast. It's like, he's used to this weather. He's used to this area. You know,
the humidity and stuff. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a home game. Yeah, but it's like with your best friend, and you shoot 73 or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, it sucks because, you wanted to see them go back and forth, and at that point, Sam was going back and only Scottie was going forth. So I'm just like, God dang it, Sam. So disappointed him. And again, it's not that I don't like my love Sam Burns. He has the game to win, but too many times in the final parent group he has let us down shooting over par, this year. And I'll say my last guy, and I'll let you get to your next two. Jordan Spieth, bro. And I said this too. I said everyone needs to stop getting too hype about Jordan Spieth leading in round one. And what's the saying that everyone talks about? Or what they say? They say, you can't win a golf tournament in round one, you can't lose it. And we thought Jordan Spieth had this thing locked up in round one. I didn't think that, because I like to see consistency. How are you going to play in the next 9 holes? How are you going to play the next 4 holes? How are you going to play the next 3 rounds? And in round 2, he shot 69. So he had 2 rounds in the 60s. I'm like, this is promising. At the worst, Jordan Spieth, he should advance to the BMW. And then unfortunately, he shot 73 in round 1 and then shot even par 70, too many bogeys in round 4, and he finished 52nd, and he missed out on the BMW. So that was very disappointing. And I hate to say this because I shouldn't be disappointed, because I'm like, this is the same story. I feel like you got to wait till a player proves you wrong before you start kind of like projecting that. Because again, my philosophy, let me see what's trending. Are they progressing? Jordan Spieth was not progressing. Now, granted, good job in round 1 being T1, but I'm just like, I'm not going to assume, 1, that he's going to win this tournament by any means, and 2, I'm not going to assume that he's going to advance to the BMW. But after round 2, I had an inkling, because I'm like, okay, he's trending towards making this. Then round 3, 73, I say, yep, he just tricked everybody once again. And hey, Noah Reed, you told me once he gets a top 10 or he wins, I owe you an apology. I guess that apology is still going to be sitting in my back pocket, because unfortunately he's going to be going home, which is very, very sad, man. But Jordan Spieth, very, very disappointed, man. And the thing that was more disappointing too is in round 4, his driver disappeared. Obviously, the field was 70 players. Well, technically, Rob McIntyre withdrew, and then Daniel Berger withdrew, so it was 68. He was 66 in driving accuracy, bro, which was terrible. He just started spraying all across the place. And on top of that, I think Jordan Spieth has one of the most impressive short games in regards to sand saves, chipping it in, and all that type of stuff. Sand saves, bro, he was ranked 66. He went 1 of 4. So, again, as a fan of Spieth, someone who respects Spieth, very disappointed how this thing closed out, man. And I told everybody, stop getting so gassed up off this round 1. Let the tournament finish and then speak about from a result standpoint, because what he's been showing us throughout the entirety of the year, without not one top 10, that like, I don't know if winning is in the final destination. Well, there's not a high chance of a winning in the final destination for Jordan Spieth, but I at least thought he would make it to the BMW, and unfortunately he didn't.
Yeah, I would like to see Jordan Spieth win again, but I honestly think maybe Emma Talley was onto something about how, like, when you get older, your priorities kind of change, and I wonder if that's what's happening to Jordan. But
well, in the media, he keeps talking about how, like, oh yeah, next year, my irons going to be the best they've ever been when I was winning Masters. I forgot what he just said on the PGA Tour interview. He said something along the lines of, the best, like, I don't want to say the best yet to come, but something that kind of gives you like a lot of hope going into next year. And I'm gonna pop it up on the screen somewhere. But like he gave us that belief that he was going to do that he's going to do that.
Quit teasing, Jordan. But anyways, so my 2 other guys that could have done better. This one's, I'm going to be a little nitpicky and a little hypocritical, because Sam Burns stunk on round 4. But in my defense, Sam Burns, okay, if you want to win, you have to put yourself in positions to win. And he's putting himself in positions to win. Gary Woodland, on the other hand, shot 66 round 1, then 71, 70, 74. So he never broke 60 again after that. And that made him drop outside the top 30. So he's going to have some work to do next week. So I feel like that's why. Yeah. Because he was in the top 30, but then now he's 31. Mm-hmm. So the kind of final 3 days of play dropped him outside of top 30.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just more like game situation stuff. Mm-hmm. I would have liked to see him play a little better. Then the other guy I wanted to talk about is Aaron Rai. And it's really just, what did he shoot, like 78 today?
Was he last? He was dead last, right?
Was he dead last? I don't know. Let me check real quick.
I seen him and Akshay down there.
63. So,
Yeah.
Rory shot worse than him. But,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So, yeah, just as a major champion, no, he's not the international team. I was going to say, he's about to be an international team.
Nah, he would have to be on the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah, he'd be Ryder Cup. But, yeah, like, he was a major champ, and he's a good player. Like, and I feel like in big tournaments he always does really well, you know. But yeah, this weekend just wasn't there, and he's like 38th, I think, in FedEx Cup. Like, he's 37th in FedEx Cup. So, you know,
so a lot of players are fortunate to at least like, okay, I hope I got my bag off out here. Unfortunately, like someone like Jordan Spieth, you couldn't afford that. You're now out. But Aaron Rai, you can afford it. Rory McIlroy can afford it. Justin Rose can afford it. Even though I said Justin Rose played really well in round 4, they're going to have to turn this thing on going into the BMW if they want a chance at the Tour Championship. And you never know what can happen at the Tour Championship. Someone can surprise you like Tommy Fleetwood did for us last year, but you got to play better than what you did in Memphis.
Yeah, but I mean, I just like guys have to play their way out. You know what I'm saying? Like Ricky has to play his way out. Kurt Kitayama has to play out, and you have to finish well ahead of them. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
You like they have to get last, and you have to get 5th. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to do at the BMW. Like that's a tough field. Field.
It is.
So,
it is.
Yeah,
Signature-like qualities. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be weird to have a major champ not play in the Tour Championship. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
a good point. We got Ryan Fox, Aaron Rai, Rory McIlroy, and Wyndham Clark. Yeah,
and they're like the other 3 are, well, Ryan Fox is 25th.
Yeah,
but
Ryan Fox played. Yeah, Ryan Fox was at the bottom of the leaderboard. He was probably like second to last.
He was not. No, he was not. He was 58th. He shot 5 over.
Yeah, I guess looking at my favorites, I see like last 2, and I think that's. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it's like he's the only one out of the 4 major champs that's outside the top 30, and he's outside by a lot. It's not like he's like 31. He's 37.
37. Yeah, that's 6 spots.
Yeah,
so, yeah. He's going to have to play great.
Lights
you know,
out.
the thing that does suck about playoff golf, but obviously good about playoff golf, there's no cut. So it's like, man, you couldn't get cut and get a head start at the BMW. You got to just thug it out, try to finish.
Yeah, you got to show up.
You got to show up and go over there the same exact day as everybody else.
That's so funny,
man. Yeah, man. But, hey, guys, let us know your thoughts about everything that happened at the FedEx St. Jude. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, make fun of us, encourage us, whatever you want to say. Say something in the comments, man. You can just come by and say hi. We'll say hi back. But I do want to move over to a little bit of LIV Golf news, the most hated tour in all of the world. Jon Rahm may be done after this season, man. There are apparently fears with LIV Golf that Rahm, who is undoubtedly one of the biggest names on the breakaway circuit, will leave after the 2026 campaign, according to the Telegraph, James Corrigan. And the International Series will also be removed from the Asian Tour schedule as the partnership with LIV Golf comes to an end. And there will be a new player pathway system offering a full DP World Tour card for 2027 has also been established for this season's Asian Tour Order of Merit winner, and players 2nd and 3rd will earn a Hotel Planner Tour card. But Nate, respectively, what is the point of LIV Golf now if they don't have anything with the Asian Tour and if Jon Rahm leaves?
Well, I guess if you get top 10, you get official World Golf ranking points.
Get official World Golf ranking points.
And
you don't get a lot, though.
Money.
You don't get a lot.
You don't get the, I know, like, it's the.
How much money are you getting?
What? Hey, other draw is you get partnership into LIV equity and their teams. And you're now a stakeholder of, you know, the Las Vegas Flyers if you sign them. Or the Crushers hey, sign me up, dude. Sign me up.
Oh
my
gosh.
I don't know, man. Like, cause I guess there's no pathway from the Asian Tour onto the LIV Tour.
LIV anymore.
Right?
Nope. It all goes to the DP World Tour now. Or if you get 2nd or 3rd, you go to the Hotel Planner Tour, which is pretty much Corn Ferry for the DP World Tour.
Yeah, but it's like that's the draw for the Asian tour. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I honestly don't think the Asian tour that is that great. That was that great for LIV. Like I don't know because it's like, is that really going to draw them more viewers and stuff like that? But
Well, I guess for the player's perspective, like, man, if I sign with LIV or I get on LIV, I'm getting good amount of money, and I don't have to worry about being cut. I just play on. Now, obviously, you can get cut from your team and get released, but like, there's no cut in the field. So it's like, man, if I make my way onto the LIV tournament, I'm getting paid. So there's that incentive. But what benefits does it have for you? I mean,
what benefits does it have for LIV? You know, like it's
the market. Just the market. You're just winning the Asian market.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, which is a huge
That's kind of how Richard Lee got on to LIV, I think.
Yeah, like, Richard T. Lee. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he had almost beat Rahm against and Bryson.
I almost beat Bryson. I almost beat Bryson, not Rahm. I almost beat Bryson, yeah.
So, you know, but it's like how much did that no, all due respect, Richard Lee's a Hamilton alum, so, you know, same high school and everything. But how much did people want to see Bryson versus Richard Lee? You know,
depends on the market. That's what I'm saying.
I guess depends on the market, especially like in Korea. Like people will want to see, you know, one of their guys.
One of their guys against one of the biggest stars of golf.
Yes, a juggernaut of golf. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
and probably the Hamilton community, I'm assuming, maybe.
Yeah, but like worldwide, like
yeah. Hamilton's,
you know, like
a molecule of that.
Yeah. Yes, and honestly, like if you're LIV, the markets you want to get into is the U.S. because the U.S. We're the best sports watching country in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
You know, I honestly think losing Jon Rahm is gonna be a big hit if they do lose him. And the other thing I want to say about LIV is that investor or whatever they got going on have they signed the dotted line? Because if you're an investor and you're investing in LIV, and then all of a sudden you learn that Jon Rahm freaking left, bro, it's like, bro, that'd be like signing your contract to the NFL and you're gonna go play under Bill Belichick with the Patriots, and then he leaves to UNC like right there, and you're like, oh
yeah, I get that. Like, oh, you know what?
Wait a minute,
I'm gonna go sign with the Indianapolis Colts. Oh yeah, we're trading Peyton Manning to the Broncos. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh wait, Andrew Luck retired. Yeah. Oh wait, Andrew Luck retired. You know, like it's like,
yeah.
Ah, dude, I thought I was gonna have one of my best reception years, and it's like, nope.
Yeah. That is cute. I'm assuming, I don't think Scott O'Neil will be unwise and announce that they have an investor without something being signed. So I'm gonna assume they did. Not sure what the wording is in the contract. I don't know if it's like, man, we will invest in there as long as you keep the big four, which would be Jon Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Joaquin Niemann, and I'm going to just say Cam Smith because of a name. But
they're gonna say AK.
But see, the thing with Anthony Kim, there's really no threat of him going anywhere else per se. I mean, I love Anthony Kim. I love him. But like,
dude, but what's Cam Smith's threat? You know, he had one good major since he left for LIV. You know,
yeah,
he
the PGA Championship. Yeah, PGA Championship. Yeah, but I guess because it's with his name, he's Cam Smith, a major winner.
I feel like DJ is a bigger name. Like DJ would be like.
But we felt like DJ stopped caring, though, towards the end of his tenure. Cam Smith still seemed to care and then just digressed really, really hard.
Dude, I know. He was prime. We're going on a tangent, but he was prime Cam Smith when he freaking left for LIV. Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what will be the point of watching LIV. I mean, like I said, I like watching golf in its entirety. I don't care if the U.S. Am Tour is on. I don't care if it's, you know, the Augusta Amateur. Like, I just want to watch golf. And I love that LIV gave me the opportunity to watch golf at 6 p.m. in Arizona. But if the names aren't there, it's not going to be as appealing. Now, well, I would say this. If the names there aren't appealing, but they make some noise in majors, that's going to make me continue to watch LIV Golf. Let's say, hypothetically, some of the young guns, like, which – there was rumors, too, that Michael Lasasso, Elvis Smiley, and some other players are going to leave to go to, like, the DP World Tour Q School. So then that's another thing that's going to hurt LIV. But
oh yeah, the college guys.
yeah. But if like I don't know, say Caleb Sarant turns it on and then plays well in the Masters, that's going to make me more intrigued to watch him in LIV UK or something like that. But we'll see, man. They're going to have to recruit really hard to get. Because I don't know if up-and-coming college stars are going to go there anymore. Like, they did a good job when they were getting the Elvis Smileys, the Caleb Sarants, the Tom McKibbins, and stuff like that. But maybe at this point, like, do you go grab, like, the dude FIFA, who played at ASU but from Dubai, who won the Dubai Open playing the Masters? Do you try and grab him? Do you try to get the number one player in, I don't know, India? Like, because, like, even though if you get, like, a number one player from India, it might not be appealing to the USA market, which is the best market, but like, let's just try to win every other continent the best we can, and we just keep trying to fight for the US. But man, like if we go to India or we go to South Africa and we have turnouts like that, then maybe there's some upside, or maybe there could be some type of return. But you gotta get some big names. I don't know if you try and get
Grant Horvat, like you just deal him for an event.
Oh,
Do you think that will actually increase viewership or just hype? Like, I think at the very minimal, it'll just increase the hype around like some LIV event. Because I don't know if people will be like, I want to watch Grant Horvat compete,
Well, I would say the only thing about that is if you get Grant Horvat to play and LIV, will people make more fun of LIV and say, like, this is a joke tour. They let Grant Horvat get a start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
or Brad Dahlke, you get Brad Dahlke in the field.
Well, it all depends on what Brad Dahlke's plan is. If he's trying to legit get back on or get on the PGA Tour, he doesn't want to take the risk of going and LIV and then serve some type of suspension and stuff like that. So,
but
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think getting a professional golfer who does YouTube golf maybe could help with that audience, because YouTube golf has obviously skyrocketed a lot. I don't know what LIV has to do, man, because they lose Jon Rahm. It does turn into like, what's the point, man? You gotta have another face of the franchise, man. And I don't know. Bryson does a good job, but like I don't know how much Joaquin Neiman can carry. Tyrell Hatton. I mean, I don't know,
dude. I don't know. At the end of the day, like they have to get a tour guy. Like if they got Cam Young, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I think because of the little amounts of money. Their purse and their money has dropped significantly. It's going to be really hard to get like a Cam Young. You're going to have to get go get Joel Damon.
No, but like
go get Joel Damon.
She got a dead, but it's like if you get a Brad Dahlke, people are gonna always qualify that with like, well, he stinks when he plays on tour. Like when he gets tour exemptions, he always misses the cut. Yeah. At least Joel Damon makes cuts and has won on tour, But like, even if Brad Dahlke, like, let's say Brad Dahlke does go head to head with a Bryson somehow, like people are gonna be like, well, when Brad Dahlke goes to tour events, he stinks. Bryson this year made one cut on the PGA
in the majors,
Tour.
yeah,
in the majors, So it's like people are gonna be like, well, that's still nothing. I think at the end of the day, like, the product is the performance, and we can get the LIV can get all these big names if they want, but these guys got to play well in these other events to really solidify LIV's legitimacy. So
yeah, no, I agree, and it has to specifically be in the major events or PGA Tour fields, because everyone keeps saying that LIV golf courses are too easy. And they don't respect them at all. It's pretty much, they feel like playing an event on LIV Golf is like playing the Byron Nelson every single week, because people are shooting 22 under and stuff like that, high scores. Yeah. With the exception of Birdmeister, Trump course, a lot of guys shot like plus 23, which people think that's a joke. Like, look at these scores on LIV. Like, these are what your normal amateur would shoot at this course and stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with LIV, man. Like I said, I just love golf, so I don't have any problem with LIV, but we'll see what Scott O'Neil does with this LIV 2.0. But I do want to move over to the LPGA real quick, man. Jeeno Thitikul wins at the Portland Classic, getting her 10th victory in her LPGA Tour. Double digits. But Nate, something we have discussed. Does this win at the Portland Classic mean anything still without a major?
I mean, like I said before, like going from 9 to 10, besides the fact that it's double digits, I don't think adds a lot to her legacy. Like she, at this point, really needs a major. But it helps her with the official World Golf rankings. I honestly feel like this year Jeeno just needed another win because
she has three. She has three this year. I think she won Portland Classic.
She won the
Mizuho, and then in the LPGA Asian Swing. So she has 3 wins this year.
No, yeah. I felt like she had like a little bit of a drought though. Like I felt like she
after the Asian Swing, she kind of had a bit of a drought, and then she missed the Chevron, and then came back and won the Mizuho, and then she's been pretty consistent throughout the rest of the year so far.
But I feel like I guess you're right. I feel like it's just she didn't really need a win. She just needs to freaking win a major,
Yeah, because right now she's headed towards maybe a Lexi Thompson type of career. Big name, well known. Lexi Thompson has 11 LPGA victories and 1 major. So, but she has no majors, obviously. But Jeeno, she got to start getting. She got to start going in the major category, man. She has to get going. And LPGA is fortunate to have 5 of them. But every week, you got to see Nelly Korda. And currently, I'm going to say it, you got to see Hey Run You. You got to learn how to take down one of those 2 if you want to win a major.
Yeah.
You know what else, too? Yeah. I think this, again, is another win that Jeeno has gotten, and Nelly has not been in the field. I don't think Nelly played the Mizuho. I don't think Nelly didn't play the Asian Swing, and Nelly didn't play this week, and Jeeno won. So that might be her biggest kryptonite.
Yeah, and then you were like the first field she was in with Nelly, she lost to Nelly, but it was like by 1 or something like that. It was one of the majors, I think. But
it was the Chevron. She missed the cut.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Yeah. I think every single major they've played in together, I think
Jeeno's finished only behind Nelly,
except once, which was the Evian because Nelly missed a cut. Yeah.
I don't know. I at this point, like I don't know how much another win adds for her, and she has the game for it. She freaking won the CME, which is it's
a major like field. It's a major like field when the CME. Yeah, but she does have the game for it. It's just win, and it's crazy because I feel like no one really talks about this except me and you, maybe. Like I feel like if this was like they have more murmurs about Charlie getting her first LPGA major win, and she only has 3 LPGA wins. But Jeeno has 10 LPGA wins. It's like all these wins and like no major yet. I feel like there should be bigger talks around that. Now, that's not to neglect her wins, because like winning in golf is incredibly hard. But I feel like there needs to be more murmurs around Jeeno, like when she gonna get a major win, as opposed to only Charlie.
I just think like Jeeno has made less noise in majors than Charlie this year. You know, like last year, Jeeno did well at the Evian. Was she was in the 5-person playoff, the 5-girl playoff.
5-girl playoff was it was Araya Jutanagara, Ma Sego, Lydia Duncan, Yeoju Kim, and I think Ronnie Ying. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was close, I thought, in that event. I can't remember.
Probably. I have to go back and look at that one. But I mean, the only time I think, could be wrong, I have to look this up. I know for sure, obviously, Jeeno beat Charlie at the KPMG because Charlie missed the cut. Mm-hmm. And the top of the leaderboard, the AIG Women's Open, was pretty stacked. Let's see. Yeah, Jeeno got T4th with Nelly. She beat Charlie there too. Charlie got T6, tying with Hey Run You and Lottie Wode. But yeah, it's crazy, and maybe because Charlie's a little bit older than.
Well, she just
a lot older because Geno's only 23, and has 10 wins, and Charlie has 3.
Well, and Charlie's like made more noise at majors like in previous years and stuff like that, whereas. I mean, Geno's just young, so I mean, but like, I still think people need to talk about her, like, cause when she gets into these positions, like, at the at the AIG Women's Open, like we got to talk about how Jeeno's got to be one of the ladies. I honestly think because we were talking earlier, it's like, hey, there's very few people that can take down Nelly on the LPGA tour because Nelly's like in a league of her own. I would say Jeeno's one of them. Like I would say Jeeno's one of them.
She does have the capability, but has not dethroned her yet.
Yeah, well, dude. I mean, it depends when we're seeing Nelly because like Nelly, you know, at the CME last year, like Jeeno really held her off. It was like, you know, I'm winning this thing. I don't care how well you're chasing. I'm going to win this, you know. And Jeeno held her off a few times last year, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this year Nelly's playing in a different level, but I think Jeeno's still one of the girls like that can consistently challenge Nelly. And
last year at the CME, Jeeno finished 26 under. Nelly finished 20 under. Beat her by 6 strokes.
Or was it Nelly third? Because I think
Padre Anarukan.
Yeah, Anarukan was second. Mm-hmm. But I think Jeeno is one of the ones that can consistently take on Nelly. I think Nelly's going to win most of them, but I think if the LPGA wants some conflict, Geno's going to be the one.
I agree. Or Yeoju Kim, but that's probably like here or there and stuff like that.
No, but yeah, like Yeoju Kim was just a couple tournaments and stuff like that, you know. Like I think Jeeno is a up and coming kind of a young player. Yeoju's been around for a little bit, you know.
Yeah, so Yeoju's 31.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I would count on Yeoju, Hannah Green, and probably Jeeno, and maybe like. Maybe Hayden Ryu to challenge Nelly, but I don't. It's not a long list at all.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Hannah Green play again soon. But speaking of the LPGA, man, we got a special guest coming in, Jaye Marie Green, who played on the LPGA, who's looking to get back on the LPGA. Hope you guys enjoy her story as well as just the conversations that's about to be had. What's good, everybody? Hey, we got my dog, Jaye Marie Green, on here, man, locked in. Shout out to her husband for getting the technology straight because we had some computer problems, but we got her on here now. And like we were just kind of talking about, Jay, how are you doing? How's parenting been? Like, just catch us up on your life.
Oh, man. Parenting has been incredible. Life's been pretty good, you know, just... Sorry, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you. I know you. Yeah.
Okay. My earphones would just.
You're good. Hey, and we don't expect perfectionism either. So we just vibing somewhere at the beach in Florida having a conversation. I want you to think like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
No, things been great. Things been great. Motherhood's been awesome. You know, learning a lot every day, every second.
Same here.
It's wild, you know. Just when I think I got it down, it's like, oh.
Yeah. Something new. We were just talking about the teething thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that's been a whole thing in our house right now. My son has his 2 bottom teeth. They came in, but now like his top teeth are starting to come in. So now it's just like, there's nothing I can do to help.
I know, it's horrible. I know. I actually had to 2 days ago. I had to take my 8-month-old to the ER. That was a whole thing.
Yeah.
She was choking on something, and
wow.
It's just crazy, you know, when people tell you your whole life, like, you'll never love anything more than you love your kid. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, whoa. You know, especially in moments like that, it gets scary like that. You're like, oh my gosh, I literally don't love anything more than I love this person.
Totally understand.
She okay
That's
now?
how I feel.
She is, yeah. They wanted to spend her the night in the ER. She's good. She just had like a partial obstruction. Like, I mean, they put everything in their mouths. I don't know what it was.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. You have 1 or 2 kids?
2 now.
Yeah. So I think it was 2023. You were about to come back and play. Then you had your first child, and then I think you were prepping to come back again. And then you had your second child.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
I'm telling my husband, I'm like, don't even look at me.
I mean, commend to your husband. Like he wants to be all over his wife, so good for him. But this does obviously pose the question: can we expect to see Jaye Marie Green back in golf anytime soon, or what's the plan with you and your LPGA status?
Yeah, so I haven't like made any like formal announcement or anything yet. But that is definitely in the plans for
Yeah.
sure. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like
Breaking news.
yeah, here first. Yeah, I feel like the best scenario where I think would work best with my family and everything would probably be the start of 28.
Okay, yeah, definitely makes sense.
So I can just the way it went with my first, and just the level of travel and just everything that being a professional athlete entails. Not just like going on the road, just like what it takes to prep to get ready. I'm like, wow, that's just like a lot of away time that I don't want to be doing right now.
Totally understand. I think what Allison Lee took maybe a year off or so, probably trying to figure out the same thing for herself.
Yeah.
And then I mean, obviously Lexi just announced that she's pregnant, so
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if she's going to try to return after. I know Jessica Korda she played in a few events early in the season. She's pregnant again, but I can only imagine like the concentration, the preparation it takes, especially for a woman, because obviously caring for your child, breastfeeding, and all those type of things have to play a factor in your preparation if you want to come back to professional sports. But obviously the priority does become your child, which again, I commend you on that, because you could have tried to rush this process to get back because you missed golf. You're like, man, my kids are way more important. You learn some things in your first kid. You're like, man, I want to make sure I get things down in order before I make my attempt back to golf, because a lot of people do miss you back out there on tour inside the ropes. But again, you're showing how much, parenting means to you and how your sport has become before your family, which again, good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not something I would have really like thought it was going to pan out this way. I would have thought, like, hindsight, oh yeah, I'll get back out right away. And after having one, I'm like, oh whoa, this is like a lot different than I thought. Like they like really need me.
They really, yes, especially the mother, the mother, man. So you ladies play such an important part in parenting. So I can only imagine again what it does take to get back on tour and bounce those things. And obviously it's possible. We see a lot of women do very well out there, being both a parent and also a professional golfer. So again, as a fan of yours, I can't wait for 2028 to see you back out there. Me and Nate watch women's golf so much, and we literally cannot wait to be rooting for you. Go. If you have something to say, sorry.
No, I'm like, thank you. Yeah, it's awesome how women's golf is really starting to get big, and I appreciate you guys watching and knowing so much about our game.
Yeah, especially and Nate could probably tell you more of his story. Like at least for me, when I started doing like golf and gospel, I remember just playing with my first professional golfer. Her name was Christiana Siaska. Her name is Christiana Siaska. Played at the University of Wyoming, played like Women's All Pro Tour. And I'm like, yo, she's nice. Like, dog, I started just like looking into her. Then I ended up playing with a homegirl named Cecily Overby, played at NC State. She was on Women's All Pro Tour. I'm like, dang, she nice too. And then that's when I got with Emma, and I was like, yo, Emma's cold, dog. And then I ended up playing with Amy. And then I did like a pro-am with the LPGA out here last year for the Ford. Played with Lee Six, who won a major. Played with Bianca Pagdagana. I'm like, so more I just continue to like be in a relationship with you ladies and play with you. I'm just like, I can't wait to just watch them play for real. And then just kind of increase my fandom. I'm a huge fan of Allie Ewing. She's been on this channel. Keep trying to get her on the show too, but she about to have her second baby. So I'm just like, hey, y'all do what y'all got to do. But that's kind of what like started my love for like watching women's golf like heavy. And then Nate has his story too. Nate's one of the best PTs in the Southwest, and he doesn't like me saying that. He doesn't like me saying that, but he's a really good PT. But he has experience with women's golf too. Go ahead, Nate. My bad.
I had a patient that I grew up in golf and stuff like that. Hung out with the women's golf team when I was a player at Nebraska. So then, but I worked with a girl, Steph Meadow, and I would go to her events and and I would follow her on the LPGA app and stuff like that. So I got really into this girl's name keeps showing up. Nelly Korda's name keeps showing up. So then. And this was like when Nelly Korda had like a blood clot thing, and then Steph Meadow was flying and she had a thing, and I was kind of like, oh shoot, it's contagious out there. but yeah, like I got into, that's how I got into it. And like, man, these girls can play, and I played golf with Steph Meadow, and she kicked my butt, and I'm like not a bad player. I played college golf, and She like killed me.
Hey Jay, I'm gonna let you know. As of lately, Nate has been on one golfing. He has been playing incredible. He played college golf in Nebraska, but no, yesterday he beat his friend who's a pro. Nate shot 1 under. I shot 94. I just wanted to go home at that point. But the last few rounds I've been playing with Nate, Nate has been doubting. And Nate's the type of person he would not give himself credit when he does things well. So you kind of got to affirm him on your own. But he's been playing really, really good lately.
That's awesome. It's great to hear that you have, your scores are like your good report card.
Yeah. I'm just like, bro, if my son grows up getting 88s and 89s and 92s, I'm gonna be a proud parent. But if you're getting that on your scorecard, man, you might as well just hang it up. And that's where I'm at right now, unfortunately. But Jay, I do want to talk some LPGA golf because, like I said, I love watching you ladies play. And obviously, the focal point of the LPGA is obviously Nelly Korda, but there's so much other talent out there on the LPGA. Obviously, we talked about Jeeno Thitikul, who actually got her 10th victory today at the Portland Classic. Ron Yu's been playing some really good golf. But obviously, you've been inside the ropes. You've been in a relationship with other ladies on the LPGA Tour. Who are some other names you think players or fans should look out for just to kind of broaden fans' horizon of just not like one player in regards to Nelly, but other players too?
It really is crazy, like, how talented the entire tour is. Like, my rookie year was 2014, so I got to see like a lot of growth. And granted, I'm on like a 5-year maternity leave right now, so I haven't been like as in the ropes seeing like the newcomers as much as I'd like, because I think I was in like my 4th or 5th year when Nelly first came out. And I remember getting paired with her thinking like, wow, this girl, like there's nothing she doesn't have. I go, this is really impressive. So then, like, seeing her be world #1 and everything she's done, I haven't been, like, in the ropes like that to, like, really see it up like, right next to it. But from watching on TV and stuff, like, I really, really like Lynn Grant. I like her golf game.
Dude.
I don't know. I haven't met her. She got out there, I think, like, right when I was, like, right when I took my leave. But, man, I don't know. I really like, there's something about her game, and that's the thing with the LPGA is everybody's so good. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Everybody really is so good. It's just I like her demeanor a lot. I think she definitely has you can never tell. Every time I see her, it's like I don't know if she's playing good or bad, and that's awesome. I think, and that's the same with Nelly. That's like a lot of the greats do that. You can't ever tell how they're playing based off of looking at them.
Yeah, until you actually look at a scorecard. Yeah. I love that you said Lynn Grant because I tell Nate this all the time, and every time we speak, I say my favorite swing on the LPGA Tour is Lynn Grant.
Is it?
With that, because I have a very short backswing. Obviously, football has damaged.
Looks like hers.
Hey, I didn't say it. She said it. Hey, I don't have the production like she does, but I am happy that I have somewhat of a semblance of her swing because my backswing is obviously short. Football has kind of destroyed my rotational stuff. And I'm not like super stiff where it's like put the club down. I think I have a pretty good swing. Again, just the production doesn't look as well all the time. But me playing in NFL, me being studious, I like watching other players that have something that I can take from them. And I think studying on women's golfers, is more, I guess I can digest it a lot better when studying. And I think Lynn Grant has an appropriate swing for me to study when trying to improve my golf game. So I'm happy you said that.
Definitely. And then also but Charlie Hull's been out there for I think before even me. But we go way back. As friends, and I just love where her game's at right now. Like, I would not be shocked to see her get like majors next year.
Really?
Yeah.
And like just be winning a lot. I don't know, just where her game is. It's like it's so good.
She is a very good player. She is a top player.
I feel like
her. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say like people. I feel like it's like the same thing with Max Homa. Like people only like Max Homa because of his Twitter stuff and he was funny, and people only like Charlie Hull because of her. She's a good-looking girl and she like smokes cigarettes, stuff like that, and like is like a little more edgy. And that's what she's known for. But it's like, she's actually a really good player too. At the same time, but
like unbelievable. She's been on
top 5
cups every time. Yeah, like
top 5 in
forever.
the world.
Like she's always good. but where her game's at right now, I feel like is just really trending. You know.
She's close. The only concern I have for her, which people who have listened to us, they think I'm a Charlie Hole hater, but I'm not. It has nothing to do with her.
Big time.
It has nothing to do with her game specifically. I think she's a phenomenal golfer. I just always have like an issue when they try to compare her and Nelly, and I'm like, it's not close. As a fan, as a fan.
Oh yeah, I don't think she likes that either, because it's like I don't know.
Because what Nelly has like 19 wins.
Be compared to her right now. Nobody compares to her. You know.
That's true.
So,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Girls
she definitely knows that.
Yeah, I feel like a few girls can be in the conversation, but it's like, nah, Nelly really is such a baller, though. You know.
Yeah, like, she's we're wrong. The only people Nelly said was giving her a problem this year was obviously Yeoju Kim, who beat her at the Ford and the Founders. And then Hey Run, you had that little string where she was dialed in these majors.
Yes.
She was going crazy. Almost took the Annika Player of the Year award from Nelly, but she didn't have a really good AIG Women's Open. I mean, she had a good one, but not enough to overtake Nelly. Her round 4 was really shaky. But I like Hey Run You a lot. I think she finished 10 under this week and whatnot. But but my thing with Charlie is I think she's a phenomenal player. But yeah, I just don't like the comparisons with Nelly. And like you said, I don't think anyone can be compared to Nelly because she's playing in a stratosphere of her own right now. And she said the only person that was her kryptonite early in the season was Yeoju Kim, who I think is the number 4 player in the Rolex world ranking or something like that.
She's kind of dropped off or slowed down a little bit.
She slowed down a little bit. She almost won the Dow Championship, but Jeena and Yana took that one. But yeah, I mean, I do respect Charlie's game. Hopefully she can get a major soon. That's what I was going to say. The issue is, she said in the interview, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, she said, man, I don't know what it is about like regular season tournaments. Like I can't get myself going, but for the majors, I get myself going. Obviously, major season just ended. So it's like, what is going to push her to win? And then unfortunately, I think she played in a tournament at the LET and had the lead and 4-putt at the last hole and ended up losing that tournament and getting second. So I kind of wonder, like, what is her mindset going into the rest of the season? Obviously, you got CME that's going to come up. That's major-esque type because it's a championship. But I wonder if she's going to really try and win, or is she just going to focus Soham and then CME and then kind of just wait to the off season and get ready to play on the LET again? So, but I do, and again, I keep trying to tell people, but I do think Charlie's a good player. I just don't like the comparisons to Nelly because she only has 3 LPGA wins. Yeah. Jeeno just got her 10th, and like no one talks about that rivalry if it is one at all.
I know.
So I'm just like, I just want to play it fair. That's all I want.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Jay, another thing I want to ask you is, obviously you're preparing to get back into golf. Has that preparation started already, or I'm still just trying to parent very well right now, kind of find the routine, and then I'll start preparing for golf because obviously 2028 is, you got a good amount of time, but when do you start preparing your body to get ready for competition like golf?
So I'm going to be completely honest. I have not even touched a club since May of last year. Not even last year. Look at it. Haven't even.
Wow. Dang. It'll be like riding a bike though.
For you, yeah, you'll catch on quick.
You don't.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I don't ride bikes too well.
Okay, yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah. Come on, Nate. Get together, man.
Yeah. It'll be like walking. I don't know.
Rides a bike, maybe not.
Yeah.
No. So after just giving birth to my second, now maybe a month after, I dislocated my knee pretty bad, which is crazy. So that I've been trying to do things to help me with that. So I'm right now, to answer the question, the preparation has started. It's just very, very slow. I haven't got to the golf club part. I'm getting the body first. I just
smart.
I don't want to get to a spot where I'm gonna hurt myself and then
for sure
that set me back.
Prolong it. Yep.
So I've been really just trying to work out, feel like good, and the clubs actually come out this week. I'm gonna start trying to hit some balls.
Yeah, I want to see some more swing videos, man.
Yeah,
I know.
Man, we're catching you at a great time.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Nah, you're.
I know exactly like the swing I want to use. Like because being out on tour, I always had different swing thoughts. You know,
For sure.
my body would feel different ways. I would,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you know, I'm kind of like you, Jeremy. Like I have a shorter swing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's probably pretty good for me right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how my body is gonna move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I can keep it as short as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because I'm trying to get bigger turn just to get more distance, but like my body's like, that's all you got, dog. That's all we give you, man. So I get it. I felt like the swings I have watched you, I feel like you turn pretty well though.
Yeah, my I do get a big shoulder turn.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I just like, but the club's never to parallel.
Mm.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah.
And I
get to parallel
really
too,
don't
but-
think it'll get there.
Hey,
Yeah.
as long as you can find that specific swing that fits for you and it's productive, that's all that matters
Yeah,
in
that's
reality.
what
That's
I'm
all
excited.
that matters. Yeah, I can't wait to again see you swing the club. Can't wait to obviously see you back on tour. Hopefully I can get to Florida because there's like so many LPGA players that agreed to come on the channel and golf, and I'm just like I gotta get out there, man. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like every time I play with you ladies, I always learn something new from my own game, and it's been fruitful every time because you ladies are very obviously talented, smart. Your IQ's high, and I love continue to digest golf information, from my own game. I will say this: if you see me and Nate hesitating, I won't say one player, but someone mentioned how they don't like when we say "you guys," and we're saying it as a general term, but
Yeah, yeah.
we're trying to emphasize saying "you ladies." So if you see us
Oh,
hesitate, yeah,
I
it's like,
would've-
and it's crazy because a lot of other people's like that's not a big deal, but like when that came to us, we just felt bad because someone was like, "We want to like you guys a lot, but you keep calling us guys." I'm just like, I didn't know that was offensive. I was just saying it as a general term. But I
Yeah.
said me and Nate will be
too.
very cognizant of making sure we say ladies, women's, or girls
Yeah.
when we're referencing. Yeah, and it's tough.
I
It's tough.
bet I grew up with all guys, so
Mm-hmm.
part of me sometimes I feel like I'm one of them. So sometimes I'm like, don't you dare call me a girl. Like,
Yeah, I'm part of the fellas, man. What are we talking about, man? That's hilarious. Um, I had another question for you too. And I'm probably selfish in asking this question, but for an amateur, what is the appropriate way to like practice and get better at your game? Because I've been playing golf for about 7 years. I've been taking it like really serious the last 3, and like I'm just like stuck with the same scores. And I'm like, am I practicing wrong? Am I training wrong? And I don't think it's a mental thing because I go into each shot with confidence. I love thinking about what it says in Philippians 4:8 when it says, think whatever is pure, whatever is noble. Think about these things, and the God of peace will be upon you. So I think about good things as I go into a shot, but then the production doesn't seem to work out the way I want. So I'm always wondering, like, am I practicing wrong and stuff like that? So I would love to know, like, what is a best way for an amateur to practice to get better at the game of golf?
let me think here.
Take your time.
Well, one, you do practice. That's great. A lot of people, they get a lesson or something, and they just think that that's gonna help carry
Yeah.
them through. And I'm like, well, did you at least just grind out whatever it is you're working on?
Right.
And I think that's it too. Is my dad always told me, because whenever we're working on something, trying to get better, he's always like, when you practice, and when you play, you play. Don't try to bring over what you're practicing to the play. You got to learn how to play with whatever it is you got.
For
you
sure.
know? And
For sure.
meaning that, and that's really when I as a kid, I'm like, all right, whatever, Dad.
Yeah.
But now when I think about it, I'm like, it's so good and so true. Like, it makes you know yourself. So if I'm now gonna play, like, okay, if I know I'm not good with, I don't know, say my driver off the tee, then just don't hit it. If I know I'm not good at a certain chip, do something else. Like, don't try to like practice something while you play.
Don't force a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to a go-to, and then that makes you like realize like, oh wow, like that is what I'm good at. Like I am good with instead hitting like a 3-wood off a tee. Like, I'm not saying you can't ever do the driver or hit a certain.
But that's what's going on right now. Stick to the 3-wood that keeps you productive, keeps you from losing strokes off the tee. Yeah.
Dance with what you brought. Dance with who you brought. Like I remember I learned that lesson the hard way on tour. I love hitting a little fade. So when I was on the draw side, I was only hitting a draw, and I'm like, I go in the tournament, I'm wanting so desperately to hit the fade.
Trying to force a fade.
Oh my God, it was a nightmare. Disaster. So I'm like, that will never happen. Whatever, I'm just going to play with it,
Yeah.
Then you go and practice, and then you know what you need to work on. It's just you'll know when the time is right to be able to do it on the course,
Yeah, that's my only fear. It's like I don't want to practice something and then get on the course and then create the bad habit that I've done and then try to like fix it again. Yeah. I know my coach was trying to tell me, he was like, don't play for a while, because if we're trying to fix this swing and you go play and you start getting hungry to like hit a good shot, which is not really proper technique, your body's going to revert back to what it knows.
Oh yeah. It's so incremental. I think that's where, when I had those conversations with my dad, who's been my swing coach my whole career.
And he was on the back for you too a few times, right?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Early on, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all your practice though, it's not doing nothing, even if you're gonna like dump it and go play, it's still in there somewhere. It's just gonna take it takes a while, That's what's so awesome and frustrating about golf. Like, anything else, like you just go and say you could paint for hours and hours, you'll get the painting done. That's not what it looks like in golf.
That's not true. Yeah.
To get this much
you get
better.
Worse. Or you take a few steps back,
you get worse.
Yeah, you take a few steps back and you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta go play in a tournament tomorrow.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm practicing, doing everything more than I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny too when you say that, because I had Golf and Gospel. I had Amy Olsen's husband on, Grant Olsen. He was like, man, golf is the only sport when you wake up and you cannot have it. Like, fast guys don't wake up and they're not fast anymore. They're still going to be fast. Strong guys aren't going to wake up and not be strong. You're still going to be strong. But golf, you can be like, man, I'm a phenomenal putter on Thursday. Then Friday, it's like, what the heck? I just keep pushing it right or pulling it left. Golf's a weird sport, but I love the stress and the grind of the sport, and that's why I keep pushing, because this golf's the only thing that can give me some type of semblance like I had in the NFL, that I can continue to train and push my body and be competitive in. But boy, am I sick of shooting these same scores, because there's this expectation with me, like, as much as people see me practice and play, they be like, oh, you got to be like a 5 or a 4. I'm just like, no, dog.
I know it's gonna happen.
And everyone's been encouraging me. Yeah, I hope it does. But Nate's good, and he's gonna say he's not.
Dude, I'm not like you guys. Like, so I shot 71 yesterday at it was like a 72 rating course, but it's like, dude, if you were playing with me, you probably would have shot 68. Like.
But the fact that Nate was still having a contention is good. Me at that point, we would just been talking, because like I'm not beating you. It's over. Every time I've only almost beat a pro straight up. I think one time my homegirl Andrea Mendoza, she's on Women's All Pro Tour. She's a Mexican golfer. I said, man, I'm feeling good about my game. I'll play you straight up for 9 holes. Going in the hole 8, we are tied. No, we're tied. I think hole 7, I tied it back up, and then. I went back-to-back birdie, and I was like, this is crazy. I'm in my head like, man, just stay content. And then we got to the last hole, and I doubled. I said, God dang it, man. But I was so proud of myself, because I'm thinking, like, my game's about to take a turn. And then, unfortunately, I just started going backwards, and I started shooting, like, 87 to, like, 91. And again, I'm just like, man, I'm tired of these A's and B's, man. I want D's and F's in golf. So...
I must say your swing looks really good. I was looking at it, I'm like, wow, it's improved like
I've been grinding. Like, I used to have a terrible over-the-top swing. Now I'm finally coming from the inside. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad.
And then he had the thing where he pushed back.
Oh yeah, I could never get to my front side. I used to always just be on my backside, and I'll hit it heavy. So now I know how to transfer weight. It's so much better. It was. I hate watching like old episodes of myself. I'm like, this is an ugly swing, bro. Like one of my best episodes is with Ted Scott. It's with Scottie Scheffler's caddy,
Yeah.
and I hate watching it because I'm like, this swing is disgusting. It is so ugly, man. But everyone wants to see Ted Scott play, and then they have this image of me ingrained in their brain, like this is how this swing is. This swing is trash. I'm like, that was me 3 years ago, dog. Like now, like I have I don't say productive swing, but it's a way better, respectable swing at that, man. But Nate, I'll let you take over. I know Nate wanted to ask you some questions too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No. First off, thanks for coming on and stuff like that. But I'm actually really interested in your bike accident story because I got in a bad car accident when I was in college, and I don't know. Are you open to talking about it? You probably like had enough stories about it. I don't know if you're sick of it, but
No,
but yeah.
no, it's fine. It's crazy. It's been a long time ago now, actually.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Almost.
was it during COVID? Yeah, yeah, during
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah.
That was 6 years ago, guys. That's crazy.
Dude, COVID being 6 years ago is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was during COVID. Me and my husband, we had just started dating then. We had gotten these electric bikes because there was nothing to do, and I like live in a little beach town, so we're like, yeah, let's just take it to like the beach anywhere. And then one day I was like, let's venture out farther, and we went. It was pretty stupid. So I was on the busy road where cars are, and the one patch we got to was under construction, so like the bike lane there like was none, and I was just staying super close to the curb, as close as I could, and I just like, I don't know what happened, but I just nicked it and it threw me off, and I absolutely ate it. And thank God I fell right, because cars were flying on the left, but I went right into the concrete, and my first thing was like, oh my gosh, I just, like, are you kidding me? I would fall off my bike. And then all of a sudden it set in. I was like, oh no. And I stood up really fast, and I lost consciousness, fell back. And I ended up getting a pretty bad concussion. And what else happened to me? I had like road rash at a lot of places, and I fractured my right elbow. Yeah, so that was, and then going to the hospital during COVID, that wasn't fun. Yeah, it just wasn't like a great experience.
Yeah, I forgot about that because that's like an elective. Yeah, it's not like an urgent, or I don't know what they classified it, but during COVID, like they were like really tight in the hospital.
Yeah, they didn't. They just wanted to make sure. They're like, oh, you're vital, everything's good. Like, all right, like get out. Like you're, you know. When they took X-rays of everything, nothing showed up. But so I was like, oh, thank God. Okay, because I think at this point too, the LPGA, we didn't have any tournaments like that we knew were for sure happening yet. So I was like, oh, thank God. You know, and then I remember like the next day or the day after, I reached for something. I was like, oh no, something's just, I know there's something not right here. And so I got an MRI, and when that showed up, they were like, yeah, you need like a few months of like nothing. And then that's when I'm like, oh, the British Open's gonna happen. All these tournaments were coming back. And I was like, oh man, all this time with no playing. Now we get to play again, and now I can't play. So yeah, it was just kind of, thank God. I mean, it could have been so much worse for sure, because the cars on that road, it's a 50-mile-an-hour spot. So, I mean, it could have been so bad, but to get out with just like a fractured elbow and a concussion was all right. I think my brain, at least it makes for a great excuse now when I'm a little slow. I'm like, yeah, I had this, concussion.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I'm like, I had a head injury, so with my car accident. But was there like a chance that you weren't able to like straighten your elbow or something like that? Or
yeah, I couldn't fully straighten it for a while. It took, gosh, how long ago was that? How long did that take? It was a few months. I think it was like, to be able to fully straighten and to be able to have that move at impact was like, it didn't matter if it was right elbow or left, It honestly, I think it was kind of worse that it was my right, just because, you straighten and release the club. That was the only motion that hurt me, was to straighten it and turn it like that. I'm like,
I could see that.
gosh.
Yeah.
So I would say it took me a while to like be able to know like I could hit the ground and like release it like that, because your body just remembers everything.
Yeah, your body tries to protect itself.
Yeah.
What?
Your body tries to protect itself unconsciously. That's how I was, and I played. My hamstrings were just cooked. And every time I try to make like a move or something like that, my legs are like, nah, bro, because last time you did this, it pulled. So your body tries to protect itself. Yeah.
It's crazy how like that's so deep in your mind. Like you're not even consciously thinking to do that, It's like, that's so it's so wild. So yeah, that was that whole experience. But yeah, that it wasn't fun, that's for sure.
Yeah. So my question is, because there was like a chance that you might not get back to golf after that, right? Because of like your injuries.
It would have been. It wasn't like a permanent, like, no, she'll never play golf again. But it was.
Okay.
Probably, it was like for the remainder of the season, probably.
Oh, I see. So I guess I have a two-part question.
I thought you froze.
Oh, sorry. So like, did your car accident change your relationship with golf, and then like, or your bike accident, and then I guess now that you're a mother, did motherhood change your relationship with golf? I guess like that's three-part, like the pre-bike, post-bike, post-motherhood.
I would say I definitely don't put myself at any risk like that anymore. As far as with golf, I would say, there a lot of different points in my career I did not treat myself like the professional athlete that I am. Like hindsight, being 32 now versus being like 22, I'm like, wow, I was so stupid. Like you're a professional athlete. Like why would you even jeopardize something like that, So I would say like, at that point, with the accident, I was like, oh yeah, that's stupid, but like, I'm still good. Like I'm ready to go. Whereas like now post mom, like being able to see things just in a completely different light, I'm just like, man, I wish, you hear everybody say it now. I'm at that point. It's like, I wish I could go back with the brain I have right now, And so that's what I'm excited about golf is like, I think my body could get back there. So I'm really glad that I could play with the brain I have now, because I will definitely treat my body like a professional athlete this time around, So.
Yeah, it's like the older you get, the more wisdom you gain. Obviously, you just have a different perspective on life, because even like if we just talk about from an IQ standpoint from sports, there are like certain things I know from a football standpoint. It's like, dog, I wish I knew this at 24. Or like when I'm like watching film now, I'm like, man, I would love to go back out there and like try and see if I can do that.
Right.
But yeah, but that's why I love golf though, because it has longevity. Like you can always be able to train as long as your game is there. Like I say, golf is the only sport which no one can control the outcome or control if you have a job. If you play good golf, you can always be on tour for the rest of your life. You play good golf at 70, you're still out there, someone's competing and hitting the ball, let's call it 260, and you're finishing under par and all that type of stuff, you can play golf for as long as you like. But obviously, like in other sports, they would disqualify you, even if you have production, just because you're old. So that's why I love golf, because of the longevity it has within the sport, and you control your own outcome. Even though sometimes the golf game doesn't allow you to, it's still under your control, whether you stay on tour or you get off a tour, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nate, do you have another one? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Also, like, even if you're like me, like there's things I'm like, I wish I would have known this when I was in college, and I feel like I have way more knowledge and at least like ability, but like the consistency is not there. But I can still like sign up for an amateur event, kind of prep for that event. But I don't practice as much and stuff like that. So, I still feel like I suck more than I do when I was in college. But
He's tripping. He's tripping.
But what would you tell yourself? I guess what would be some of the things that you would tell yourself now post accident and motherhood that you would tell yourself when it was 2014?
Oh my word! Oh my gosh! Like that's like I'm like I don't even know if I can go there. I would definitely say on the golf side of things, like man, like so many things in life that I thought mattered just didn't. Like always wanting to be in a relationship, like you're 20 years old, like you know, you have this incredible God-given gift, you know, treat your body like a professional athlete. You don't need to go do all these crazy things. But then as far as like a spiritual thing, I wish I could, you know, I've learned more about God's grace lately that, you know, I grew up Christian. I've heard it my whole life, but something about this last year, I'm like, oh my gosh. It was like a huge light bulb moment for me. Like I did not understand God's grace, I don't think, you know? I just didn't get it. And I wish I could have known that young, because I was always just beating myself up, feeling like I'm trying to climb this Christian ladder of like being better, doing better, and just always like every time I'd fall off, I'd feel like the worst person in the world. And knowing that, like, that's not at all why God did for us. You know, He didn't do what He did for us for me to like try to, you know, it's like I just had just the wrong way of thinking my whole life. So that's another big thing. I wish I could go back and be like, God, like enjoy the gift that God has given you of grace. Like, it's pretty incredible.
It truly is amazing grace.
That is amazing. Yeah.
It's wild.
It's funny though, even though you're saying that, and and we hope people that listen to this come to understand how good God's grace is, and it's a free gift. But that's really a part of like the sanctifying process. Like we're gonna come to understand and be made holy as we continue to grow up and grow closer to Christ. That like I'm going to start to understand His grace. And that was probably just part of your process and your testimony. That when you reach 32, boom, I get it now. And I think it's in 2 Peter 3. It talks about how the Lord is like patient with us for us to come to know Him and come to know His grace. That's not the exact verse, but it marries that verse a little bit. And I'm grateful for His patience, because let's say if the Lord want to come back right now, boom, there's some people that don't know His grace.
Right.
And he has the patience for us to come to know Him and come to understand Him and come to receive that grace. So I love that you said that. That's super awesome. One thing I wanted to ask you too is, how was fellowship on tour? I love Chris Stevens. I'm sure, was she still the chaplain back then? I love Chris Stevens. She is an awesome person. But I would love to know just how fellowship was on tour, because one thing the homie Cecily said, who's on the Women's All Pro Tour, is like, if you're making it to the weekend, it's hard to like go to church on Sunday and do these things. So how did you find time to spend? How did you find the time to spend time with, you know, people of the Lord, as well as, you know, fellowshipping with them and stuff like that?
I definitely wasn't, you know, the most consistent goer, but I would go and I'd hang out with Chris Stevens and always have talks. You know, and looking back, she was telling me this of grace. So it's really crazy how like it just wasn't like connecting for me at that time. But yeah, it was always, I think, on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, the fellowship. And it was great, you know, being able to get close to some of the girls out there. Like all the people that you really like have been some of my
Emma, Amy, yeah, I love them. Yeah,
Amy, I miss her.
Allie.
Yeah. Oh, they're just great people. So it's just cool to know, like, being out there and you go through hard times. And if I just knew, like, if I ever really needed someone right then and there, I knew I had a spot to go. You know, like they were my church, you know, and Chris Stevens, like, they were the church. So it was really nice to have that. I wish at the time, like, I utilized it more for sure. But looking back, God was always pursuing me, even though I wasn't at all.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Great picture.
Yeah, it's really clear to see too. I'm like, wow, He like was there the whole time, and here I was, not like, you know, I mean, and still, to be honest, not all the time. Like, you know, I want to pursue Him. It's not like I want to all the time, and I think that was like what I was chasing. I thought, oh, once you become a Christian, then you want to seek God all the time. You want to be good all the time. You sin less. And I'm like, that's just like not true at all.
No. We talk about it. Our pastor talked about it in Luke 9:23. Yeah, Jesus says, "Whoever comes after me, deny yourself, pick up your cross daily, and follow me." So every day we gotta have this conscious decision, like I gotta deny myself. And truth be told, sometimes it's like I don't feel like denying myself. I don't feel like doing this. But the thing I'm always saying is like, what fruits come from not following Christ? None. So that's how I really try to combat my flesh to like, let's deny myself today and go pick up this cross.
Yeah.
But you're not alone in saying that, because I'm sure a lot of people like, bro, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like opening up my. We had my homegirl on, Maddie McCary. She's on the FedEx St tour. Oh yeah, was she on tour when you were there? Yeah, Maddie McCary, man, and she was just honest about like, I don't like reading my Bible. I'm in the season. I don't like reading my Bible. And I get it, because sometimes it can feel like homework, can feel a bit spiritual exhausting, trying to understand the context of Scripture. But it's the same thing. Like, what fruits come from not reading His Word? And we look at John 1:1, when He says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God became the Word." Like, that's how we spend time with the Lord. So what fruits come from me not reading His Word? Absolutely none. So, but I get it, man. Those fleshy desires that are trying to keep us away from pursuing God, even though God's an omnipresent God, He's always here with us. Like, we gotta learn how to fight that. Because I think I talked about this a few podcasts ago too, Nate. I think it's in James 4 when it says, what was it? I'm gonna find it real quick. James 4. I'm hoping it hits my head before I press.
Before you go on Bible Gateway.
Yeah. Bible Gateway.
I was trying to think. I'm like, oh man.
Oh no, I'm gonna know it as soon as it pops up right here, man.
I'm like, anytime I go through James, it's like anytime I think I'm like, on the straight and narrow, read James, I'm like, well.
Oh, it's gonna humble you. That in Romans, it says, "Oh yeah, draw near to God, and He will draw near to you." Like, He's never gonna be like, "Oh, you draw near to me, now back up, man."
Yeah.
He clearly says, if you draw near to God, He will indeed draw near to you. So, man, just how do we continue to deny our flesh every day and have that pursuit towards the Lord, man? So, I love what you said, Jay. That was good. That was super good. Yeah. Nate, do you have anything else for her? She's a mother, man. She got to put her kids down, and I get that regimen, because every day at 7:00, my wife's like, "No, we got to put Brody down right now, man." My wife is not playing about that.
I know. I definitely was like that with my first. Now I'm kind
Oh,
of like,
wow. You a little chill?
Figure it out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure my wife watch this episode right here, because that's how she is.
Yes.
No, yeah, I'm just happy that you came on. I hope your knee feels better, and good luck this week trying to swing the sticks, and good luck in 28.
Oh yeah,
I know.
2028. Yeah. I'm super excited to see these. Well, if you do post any swing videos, and yeah, we'll be. And I tell guests this all the time, man. We're genuinely praying for you. We hope to see you have some success or some type of fruits that come from the game of golf. And whenever I got time, I promise you, I will be in Florida, and we will duke it out 1v1. I will probably lose. There's a small chance that I could win, maybe. But
now would be the time.
That's what. What's funny?
I don't know, dude.
You know what's funny though? That's what Allie Ewing told me. She's like, "This is the time if you want to beat me." Then Allie went to the U.S. Open and literally played great. She made the cut. I'm just like, she had a chip in birdie. She started off 3 under. I was like, Allie, I don't ever want to hear you tell me again this is the time to beat you, and you started off 3 under at the U.S. Open with USGA conditions at Riviera. That's just crazy,
dude. The off the bench golf from someone like that was an elite golfer, like those are the most dangerous golfers. Like,
because you kind of don't care.
Yeah, you have no expectation. And you have no like bad thoughts in your mind when you like are off the bench. You're just kind of like, I'm just gonna hit the ball like I usually do, boop, and then it goes down the middle.
Yeah.
And then
what I'm really hoping for is my whole career I wasn't like the best short game. Where I'm like, if I come back, like, could that be different?
I hope.
I've played in so long that like, will my body just like know how to do it now?
Well, it's just like tournament short game versus like casual short game is so different. Like, if you're just casually chipping, you could probably land the ball anywhere. But then in a tournament, it's a little bit harder because it's like the stakes are different.
Stakes are different. The greens are different. The way tournament golf set up is different. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, the rough is thicker.
Nothing, I have not felt. Yeah, I have not felt that amount of pressure or nerves or anything since I stopped playing in 2022. Like nothing has brought me that level of stress. Honestly, like that competitive stress of like, I'm like, whoa, that's like crazy to know. Like that's what professional athlete, like that's what we carry. That's what I've carried for so long without even realizing it. Like that's.
Do
pretty,
you miss that?
And, like I give so much credit to like you know all the athletes that just have it.
Do you miss that? Like that stress, or
I just like I really miss I do miss the competitive side. You know, I do. Like the working hard towards something.
Yes.
Yeah, and then that's like one of the things I missed about tournament golf is like I don't have the stress. Like this shot means nothing, and then but then when I
can't play, I can't.
But then when I play tournament golf, it's like, oh man, the stress is real. Like it's way harder, and I mean I almost just am a little bit more analytical and stuff like that, so. You know, it gets to me a little bit more, but like it's if you're not used to it, but I'm sure it'd be easy for you to get used to and get back.
Yeah, I love what Brooks Koepka said before about him being under pressure. He goes, you know, when people are under pressure and they feel stress, a lot of people start moving quick. You know, your thoughts start racing. He goes, I don't know why, but for me, everything slows down. And I go, that's so cool. I think I've felt that a few times where it's like you're just so in the zone, but like to hear him say that and like verbalize it like that, I'm like, that's so cool to be able to do that, you know?
Yeah. I think that is something that for sure takes like a practicing, but you have to put yourself in those situations to practice. That's
probably what Scottie felt today, dude. Yeah.
Hey man, I got a whole take about that. I mean, Scottie played great, but like no one scared him though. Like Sam Burns went 2 over. Freaking, I think Jake Knapp went 1 over. Who else was in contention? Sung J M went 2 over. I'm just like, I'm like, y'all not even scaring him, bro. He just sitting there chilling, like just playing. Yeah, bro. So I'm like, man, I don't even know if he needed to do it because no one scared him at all. But me and Nate will get into that once Jay gets off. We got a whole nother portion to talk about the PGA Tour, LIV Golf. And obviously Jeeno Thitikul's win. But, hey, Jay, man, we appreciate you for real just taking the time to come on here. And like I said, you have huge supporters in both of us. And we pray the Lord's sovereignty allows you to play in 2028. And we'll look back on this podcast and be like, hey, we knew it already. We knew she was going to go out there.
She announced it on the show. Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. Again, Jaye Marie Green, LPGA Tour Pro, awesome player. Super excited to have had her on, man. But, hey, guys, we appreciate you listening to this episode of Golf and Gospel Podcast. Please, again, like, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on Scottie getting his 21st victory. Let us know your thoughts on Jeeno Thitikul getting her 10th victory. And also, just let us know what your thoughts on God's grace, man. Please receive that free gift, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.